LJH crew, what's going on? Thank you once again for clicking on another edition of the Real LJH Productions. Um, there's a movie that I want to talk about. Um, I have a list of my favorite top 10 movies of all time, and normally I'm judged for it, or they don't understand why these are my favorite movies of all time. It's just me being me. I love what I love. But I chose to talk about a specific movie right now because the world um, has lost a very, very talented actress. And one of her movies is my second favorite movie of all time. I can watch this movie over and over again. And I want to talk a little bit about the movie that's my favorite second of all time, as well as some other stuff she's done over the years that are just incredible. And so I guess in a way, this is a remembrance, and yeah, of everything great that she's accomplished because she's one of those actresses that you can't help to love. Like she's one of those people that you're glued to the screen when she's on there, or she turns heads every time she's on a red carpet. She was um, something incredible. She was beautiful. She was talented. Um, and I mean, you can't say enough about this girl. And it's heartbreaking that she's no longer with us. And of course, I'm talking about Hayden Panettiere. And yeah, so I figured I'd do this video and do a little remembrance to Hayden Panettiere, and come down this little journey with me. However long this video will end up being. Try not to make it too long, but you know, normally I do a slideshow, but I want to go down some of her greatest moments in her career. I think that'd be a little better just to talk and everybody can go, oh, I remember that, and, in the comments and stuff like that. So, but getting into it, um, my second favorite movie of all time is Hayden Panettiere starring this. I saw it in theaters. I loved it. I actually saw it a couple times in theaters. I think maybe three times. And then I cannot count the number of years I've watched the DVD over and over again. And if it has a Blu-ray, I actually have to look for it. I'm not sure if it does, but I still have my DVD, and that is "I Love You, Beth Cooper." I completely adore this movie. Um, to me, it's one of her best roles. She is so funny in this movie, so unbelievably talented, and I really enjoyed this. The nerd kind of gets the girl at the end movie, and her being the most popular girl in school, and she taking him on this like shenanigan, like one night like hoax and stuff, and the stuff that she makes him do. I think it's just it really, really brought a lot out into the movie. There's a scene in the movie that I completely love the most, and Hayden Panettiere, Beth Cooper. They're in a they're in a they're in a supermarket, and they're getting snacks, and I don't know, I can't remember what snack they were going for, but he picks it up and he goes, "Look," and she says, "Such and such, yum." And he looked at her and he says, "Really?" My mom said yum. And then she says yum in like a very like sexy way. And he he turns completely red. And he goes, "Well, not like that." And then she like turns and flicks her hair and walks the other way, which I found like really funny. And then there's so many other great moments in this film. And honestly, I think that's why it has become one of my favorite movies of all time. I adore it in so many ways. And I don't find like a flaw in this film. I mean, I'm sure like really out of every movie that Hayden Panettiere is in, I Live with Cooper is your favorite. It stuck with me, and I can't say that enough. There's a reason why in my top 10 favorite movies of all time, it's number two, and it always has been number two since the day it came out. Um, then I want to go to talk about like her most like iconic like TV roles, like the stuff that she's known for. Like for example, her role on Heroes, which got her to the popularity she's at. She was incredible in that. She always defied the odds in that show. You know, she was that person that always just figured everything out. And then, of course, we can't forget her most iconic TV role, at least in my opinion, when she played Juliet Barnes in Nashville. You, at one point, loved to hate that character, and then over time, Juliet Barnes became one of the most popular of the out of the entire show, and then you loved her. She Hayden Panettiere took every role that she had seriously, to the point where you, if she was a villain, you loved to hate her. If she was a good guy, you loved to love her, and if she was everything in between, you loved to love her even more. Then I would say another role that really comes to mind is what she brought to Bring It On when she was on that. When she did her movie Bring It On, that was a lot of fun. Seeing her be like the head cheerleader and getting through all that, that was a fun movie. And then of course, another favorite movie of mine that happens to be on my favorite movie of all time list. Number three, I believe it is, but I can go down my list at one point. Is Scream 4. She played Kirby, and Kirby to me was one of the best things about that movie. That movie was just great, and Kirby was our Randy, if you will, of the newer Screams and of Scream 4, I should say. And she was great in that. And then when we thought that Kirby had gotten killed, that kind of sucked. And then when they brought her back in Scream 6, I believe it was. Six? Yeah, I think it was six. No, five. Was it five? It was one of those when they brought her back in Scream, and Kirby was alive, and I was in theaters and watching those people like applaud that Kirby was back was amazing. You know, they and what made Kirby so great was Hayden Panttiere's passion to the character, and it was Kevin Williams and stuff like that. So this character is really popular, and I believe a lot of that has to do with the way Hayden Panettiere portrayed Kirby in four. So they knew that they had to bring Kirby back and play it off, and she was a great agent. I'm just remembering, by the way, it was definitely Scream 6. Um, so that was like incredibly done as well. Like you can't even like, and then she has so many other roles that like the list can go on and on. I don't think she ever had a dull moment in Hollywood. Like even her role in like Remember the Titans when she was littler, you just you kind of loved her. There's just so many, and she was on a few soap operas back in the day. I don't remember exactly which ones, but she always gave her heart and her passion to everything that she did. And she's truly going to be missed by Hollywood. From what I'm gathering, not one person in Hollywood ever had anything bad to say about her, and she's just so talented. But with that being said, guys, I would love to know your memories down below of Hayden Panettiere. Tell me what your favorite movie is with her. Tell me like a scene in a movie that you love the most with her. I just want to hear from you guys. So leave comments down below. Tell me your favorite movie of all time with Hayden Panettiere, if there is one. Or just like I said, leave comments of memories. And let's remember a great actress that put her heart and soul into everything she did. And just, what seemed like don't know a great person. She seemed like she was very, very sweet. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end this video. So I want you to hit those notification bells so you always know when I post a video. Um, Check out the TikTok at the real LJ's Productions as well. Give this video a massive thumbs up. And as always, as they say in the movies, cue the lights.